Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. Today we are, what is this, the last day of our first year in medical school. So we officially now become a
second year.
Yes, and today we have Amelia. We will be doing some questions also with Austin and Chris, so stay tuned. So pick a number between 1 and 25. All right, let's do 14. What was the single worst meal you consumed out of pure exhaustion because of the lack of time you had in medical school?
I ran out of sriracha mayo on a sandwich, so I poured hot sauce.
Oh no.
For the kick, and it tasted horrible.
Was it?
It was so bad and so bitter, and it was like on top of chicken, and like no.
Scale of 1 to 10, like 10 being...
It was like a 4.
Oh wow, so it was like pretty bad.
It was bad. I ate it anyways because it's all I had left.
9.
9? Okay. What habit or routine did you pick up this semester that you actually want to keep?
Oh, walking. I know last video we said that we were going to exercise. We did not end up exercising, by the way. But during the beginning of the semester, I was like really active at the gym. I would wake up like 4:30 in the morning, out the window. I switched that over to walking, and I think that was way better. I dedicated a whole hour, and that just felt like really, really good. So that's something that I'm gonna keep up with.
You were crazy for that 4:30 in the morning.
I was. Mind you, this was also at the beginning of the semester, which was in like February, January. It was snowing. Like I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning in snow. All right, pick a number.
17.
All right. What is a phrase, slang word, or inside joke that we completely ran into the ground? I know which one you're probably going to say.
The side bent left, rotated right.
Osteopathic medical students will understand. I look like a hot tomato. Oh my God.
I think it's because we're laughing so much.
I think so. I think a phrase that we also used this semester was harp on it.
Don't get bogged down.
And ad nauseum.
Yeah.
Those are my top 4 words that we just like completely overused this semester.
Or. I think we all sing.
Oh, I think we all sing.
We all sing. Yeah.
We all sing. Yeah, that is also a good one. Oh, let's do number 3.
You're picking low now. Who in our group changed or grew the most over the last few months?
Austin.
Yeah.
I think Austin, he's still talking on the phone with his mom. I think Austin grew for the better. I think he did grew for the better. I think his study schedule did improve from last semester to this semester.
Yeah.
And that's something I admire from him.
He really got through those lectures. Before us, like he was done with it. He was on top of it.
Yeah.
I think he did better than all of us this semester staying on top.
So if you're watching this, Austin, 2 thumbs up for you. Let's do 19.
Yeah. What is a secret you kept from the group this semester that you are ready to confess right now?
What is a secret? I don't know. I think we're like really open. I don't have any secrets. I think we don't gatekeep in our chat, by the way. We share the resources. I'm trying to think like a secret. I don't know. I don't think there is any. I don't know. No, because even for the research project, I ended up telling you guys and inviting you. Stay tuned for that, by the way.
If you had to pick one person in this group to be stranded on a desert island with based only on how they handled this semester, who is it?
Ooh, this is a brutal question. And then I have to explain my reasoning. Oh no. Okay, if I had to pick one person,
You can say whatever you want. Chris isn't here.
That's true.
You can say
That's
whatever.
true. Honestly, I feel like if I was stranded on an island, it'd probably be Chris. Just for the sheer reason. Okay, first off, he's really smart. Chris is a really smart guy. He's also like really strong and has a lot of muscle. He would probably consume a lot of the food, but he'd also be getting all of it and doing 99% of the work. He can climb really well, as I've seen this whole semester. Amelia can too.
I can too, yes.
And yeah, I feel like survival wise, he'd be the best.
That was the most logical answer I've ever heard. I thought you were gonna pick on like personality. You ended up picking like Chris.
Just
he's strong.
raw physical strength.
Do 23. I haven't done it 20 yet.
23. If you could delete one specific day or event from this semester's timeline, which one is going in the trash?
Either of our cardio or respiratory exams. Either of those days. I will take either of those days out, throw it out of the books.
For the way that it was on the exam, they're like, what is the immediate effect of X, Y, and Z on it? Which is hard because then they'll list something that happens like just after that, which isn't the right answer because it wasn't the immediate effect. And so the whole exam was more or less just trying to trick you as opposed to actually, I feel like, assessing your knowledge about cardiology. On a scale of 1 to delirious giggling at 3 a.m., how bad did the sleep deprivation get?
Honestly, I did not let it get bad this semester. I think I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs the first semester, like going to bed at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. This semester, I said if it's not in here by like 12:30, the latest, it's not going in after that. So surprisingly, I didn't stay up super late.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think I've also focused more on like my actual personal health a lot more this semester, did a lot more rock climbing, whereas last semester it really felt like I was just here until like 12, sometimes like up to like 2 or 3 a.m. some nights, and I never did that this semester, even though the material was significantly harder. I just was not. I was like, all right, I need to get my sleep. I need to get my chilled. What about you?
I made a goal each day, so if I got to that goal, then that was my cutoff. So if I was done at like 10 and I finished everything, then I'd just play video games.
Yes,
But
video games saved the day.
I knew if I was feeling tired, I wouldn't retain any. So I would just say, okay, I'm done. That's it for tonight. Okay, after answering that question, Chris is here now. So,
That's what's up.
yay!
Yeah, look into the lens and give a dramatic soap opera style sign off for this semester.
Don't miss one. Easy money.
Describe the vibe of this semester using only 3 completely unrelated words.
Sleepy, cooked, profit.
Next question. All right. We're going to do... what is a core memory from this semester that you'll probably still remember in 10 years?
Core memory from this semester. Let me pass the mic off. I need to think on this one.
More memory. I think it's all of the times we were in the SP Center. I don't think I'll ever forget those times. Because it was like crash outs were happening in there. We were all laughing and messing around.
We were all getting mad at each other
Yes.
at times. Like, it was wild.
My core memory is the sim lab. I really loved the sim lab. It was the first time that I really felt like I was applying my knowledge to a real clinical scenario, and I was team lead, and that was actually kind of fun. I actually enjoyed it because you were like kind of managing the chaos.
Gunner.
Gunner.
You were managing the
Gunner.
and I volunteered for that position. Gunner.
Double Gunner.
I know. Isn't that crazy? But it's because I didn't want to throw it on someone else.
12. What is the most unhinged, desperate thing you did to survive an exam or to make a deadline?
Middle of finals week, they changed our Wi-Fi, so now our room that we used for studying the entire academic year, unusable. So then we had to move all of our desks and tables and all that stuff, move it into the hallway and study in the hallway. And then we didn't like that too much, so then we moved it into our main bedroom, and that one was actually pretty fire.
There was a certain block that I didn't particularly like, and there was, some material that I wouldn't agree with the way that it was presented. It just made me not like the content, and I really love the content, like, outside of that.
I
So,
totally agree. I'm with you on that too.
I'm trying not to be unhinged here, but
No, we're keeping it very natural, very neutral, but we're also
Yes.
trying to be transparent with folks out there.
Yes.
That just because you're in medical school doesn't mean that you're gonna like every single subject, how everything's presented. The reality of life is that sometimes you will have material that is very challenging.
Yeah, and you don't have to, like you said, love every single block. It's okay to struggle with a block. It's okay to not like something. You're in medical school. You're here to figure out what you like and what you don't like. You don't want to go into a profession that you don't like just because you're like, well, I have to like everything. I'm going to become a doctor. No, you can dislike things.
Which friend's coping mechanism or stress habit was the most annoying for us to deal with this semester? You could be transparent, but you have to give the reasoning why.
Let's hear it.
Because I'm with him 24/7. He paces back and forth, and it's not even like a
coping
long
mechanism.
pace. It's not a long pace. It's from here to there, here to there. It's a short distance, and he'll do it for like 30 minutes. And And our other stem. Okay. Between 50,000 Anki cards. Okay.
Those are all good. We're looking for annoying.
No, they are annoying.
Like whenever you're studying and then you just like doom scroll, or oh my god, I know what it is now. It's when you have like wedding thing and you're like shopping as you're watching the lectures and stuff, and then I keep asking, babe, are you studying right now? And you're like, oh yeah. that's probably it.
A woman can multitask. What's so wrong?
If you had to replace your brain with a household appliance to finish next semester, which appliance are you choosing? Good question.
Good question.
Oh god, a household appliance,
Which
a
of that
blender.
Blender. Why? Explain your answer.
Well, because I feel like it'd probably have the same composition that my brain currently is. Just smushed.
Scattered.
Just blender it is.
Good question. Good answer. Air fryer. 100%.
You want to elaborate on your air fryer?
No.
All right. What is the weirdest, most chaotic snack combination you invented this semester out of sheer desperation?
It's been bad. It's been bad for finals week. I am just chowing down on I'm alternating between 2 granola bars. I finished.
And
Yeah, it's bad.
I am too.
I finished one fig bar and then I go to an almond bar and then I go back to the fig bar and then if it's really bad, I go back to the almond bar.
2 PB&Js.
That's ambitious.
Milk. And then, to follow it up, ice cream.
I think I had a granola bar in there.
was it the almond one or was it what was the other one?
It was probably the almond one. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I gotta lay out your PB&J.
Why'd you expose me?
On a scale from toddler who missed nap time to a Victorian ghost, how haunted do you look in your current ID badge?
Oh,
I look
good
like a
question.
Victorian ghost, by the way. I'm gonna show it on the camera.
I mean, the problem with my ID is I did it while I was moving in. So like I'm
you're
just
just
wearing
moving in?
I'm like sorry. I am not.
Look, I had so much white on.
I think I look like Victorian ghost.
I was not prepared
Do
for
it
my
again.
ID photo.
Yeah, I'm pale. I'm very pale.
Here's my amazing ID photo. Yes. That's
I'd say I'm
fantastic.
about a 5. On the scale, he said 1 toddler, 10 for Victorian ghost. I'm like a 5.
Yeah, Chris, you look like a real sexy man.
Appreciate it.
I want to ask you guys, what's the first thing you're gonna do for your break time? Yes.
Research project.
After the research project.
My first thing is sorry, Oscar, I'm cutting you off. My first thing is cleaning up my apartment because it has become a disaster thanks to finals week. But that's part of the
I will brain rot absolutely on my new couch because of my friends made me get one. And just watch Netflix or Hulu or whatever it is out there. I have not used that TV for the longest time, and I'm just so ready to keep up with the Kardashians or something out there.
gotta finish the pit.
I finished the pit. We finished the pit, right? We're gonna be in the pit. What did she say?
I finna be in the pit.
Everyone look into the camera at the same time and sum up the semester using only one collective noise. 1, 2, 3. Okay! If the viewers of this vlog take away only one life lesson from watching our struggles, what would it be?
I'm gonna be as generic as humanly possible.
Okay.
Life lesson from that at least I've gained from my first year of medical school is perseverance because it is incredibly difficult. The material is dense. It's complicated. Relying on your friends to be there for you. Putting in the work. It's gonna be hard, but putting in the work, you'll make it, and it'll be fine.
I think I stand by the you don't have to like everything. You're not gonna go into this loving everything. Everyone tells you, oh, this block is fun, this block is really fun. You find what you like, you find what you're passionate for. You're gonna have to go through it anyways, but you don't have to like every single block in medical school.
I applaud that 100%. I think the biggest lesson that I learned is you have to build friendships. You can't go through medical school without having friends. It's a very difficult, cutthroat, dog eat dog kind of system in medical school, and you need people to rely on. And there's different perspectives that we all bring into our group. And I think that's just something that I really appreciated and something that I will share with viewers that you have to make friends in medical school. You cannot go through this by yourself. It's going to be impossible. It's very difficult.
Oh, hi.
I think we all had each other's backs.
I did say
I think we all
stuff.
sing.
I do want to add something to Amelia's because it's it's just a funny moment. The one thing that you also gotta know is don't trust other people when they say that things will get easier, because the amount of times that they were like, guys, once you get through the first 3 blocks, it'll get easy, and then it didn't, and then they're like, the next block it'll get easy, and then it didn't, and then they're like, the final block it will happen in the finale. I will for be commented.
What was your favorite block overall this semester?
Pelvis sacrum, OPP. I mean, it's a few steps that you have to do. It's a lot more than you do for like everything else. Like thoracics, you're really just doing like 1 to 2 things. But for pelvis sacrum, you're doing a whole process. It feels like you're actually doing a full workup. Welcome to the Air Force.
Yeah.
We are a jet. F-35.
This is what we deal with every day.
Twice a day sometimes. At like 10 p.m. They do it whenever they want.
My favorite block this semester, I would say, would be the renal block. In undergrad, I really hated renal. It was the worst thing for me. This semester has taught me to love renal. The professor that had taught it, she did a fantastic job. I remember everything from that renal block. And my favorite, ENAC.
Now that we're in that question, you answered the first half. Which block felt like drinking water out of a fire hose, and which one felt like a casual walk in the park? I think the walk in the park was renal.
Was renal.
Definitely renal.
Oh.
Drinking out of
GI.
a fire hose?
Oh, GI.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
GI.
Walk in the
GI.
park.
I learned that in 1 day.
Yeah. Walk in the park, I would say
Yeah.
GI.
Yeah, GI. But then drinking out of a fire hose, neuroanatomy. But
yes.
the first half was really hard.
Yeah, I think neuroanatomy 1, neuroanatomy 2, I didn't have enough time for it. So I think that one was the real fire hose for me.
Well, obviously GI was probably the easiest. But then I feel like cardio was drinking out of a fire hose just so much. It was like 26 lectures or something like that.
It was insane.
It was the most amount of lectures that we have.
Which brings me to my next question. If you had to erase one entire block from your medical school memory forever because it caused you so much trauma, which one would it be and why?
Well,
Mine is neuroanatomy, no questions asked.
All of FHC.
I agree. FHC, I could probably purge and be
I think neuroanatomy too.
What is a personal sacrifice you had to make this semester that really hurt you, but you know it will be worth for the long run?
Since I'm very big into video games and everything, and that's where
Roblox.
Keep that in, keep that in.
It's not Roblox. Thank you very much. I'm a professional mercy man. No. But there was a lot of times where my friends would want to hang out, and they would all be in the Discord call, and they're all ready, and I would be here at school studying endless amount of content, and they would always ask me, and I just have to always turn them down because med school is very important. It's a lot, but it's kind of part of the course for things. You have to make some sacrifices to get through.
I said I was going to get jacked. That did not happen.
I think slowly throughout the semester, you need to understand that you're here for becoming a doctor, and your relationships with your family, it's going to be hard to call them every day. It's going to be hard to keep up with them. Like, I'm really close with my brother, and he's my rock, he's my star, but I have not been able to call him that much because I've been so busy. I mean, you have to understand you have to sacrifice some relationships in order to focus on what you need to do here.
We did not go out as much this semester as I wanted to. In a relationship, I think you have to feed it love, and I'll be fully transparent. Being in medical school, it's really difficult to sustain a relationship. It's not impossible, but people who go through this medical journey will understand that sometimes you will have to sacrifice date nights, dinner nights, spending time with your loved ones to study for an exam, because if you don't pass the exam, it's a big hit on you. So I think that's my personal sacrifice that really hurt me this semester, was not going out with him, but I know that it'll be good for the long run. Like right now we can't, but maybe in a couple years.
I feel very lucky to have Chris. We're going through medical school together. I feel like we both understand each other. So we're able to understand we can't go out and go and do stuff. We need to study. And I just imagine, not having a partner
life
in medical
without him.
school. A life
You guys are gonna
without
make me
it.
cry.
Next semester, we're going every
Hopefully.
We're gonna get Jack next semester.
Yes, it'll happen.
What is a personal boundary or value you refuse to compromise on this semester, even when the workload got insane?
Nap time. I refuse to let go of nap time. I mean, like, you need to take a break, and you can't just keep pushing yourself. There comes a point where you're not going to remember anything you studied, and then it was just basically you did nothing. So nap time.
Yeah, I feel like nap time was my superpower this semester. It just like rewired me for the afternoon. Oh my god. Because yeah, after classes I'm tired. So nap time, boom. And then I wake up energized, and then I can study till midnight, and then relax and play games till 2 a.m. and then repeat it all the next day.
This semester for me, I really wanted to focus more, again, like I mentioned before, on like my personal health. And so I kind of set cutoff times for studying. I wouldn't go past, really, I said 8, but it really turned to 7. And then this finals week, it kind of turned to 6:30. Going rock climbing was a big thing. Buying a membership really incentivized me to go, and I ended up going like twice a week. Yeah, that was kind of like, I really wanted to just do better and get jacked, unlike Chris over here, who decided to be a couch potato.
It was nice.
I'll take this question. What is the kindest thing a classmate or faculty member did for you this semester when they noticed you were struggling? I think you guys saw me struggle with OPP because I was very transparent, like how much it was kicking my butt. And I really appreciated spending a little bit more time focusing on the techniques. You would let me run through them twice or maybe 3 times, even up to 4 times. And that's something that I really appreciated within the group, that you were giving me the chance to strengthen something that I was very weak on, and that I'm very appreciative of that. So thank you guys. That's a heart. Chris?
My hands.
The nicest thing faculty did when I was struggling? For a classmate? I think just having Amelia there for all my crash outs just really re-anchor me.
There was someone that had come up to me and let me know another student said that they would want me to be their future doctor. And it made me really happy. Yeah, because it makes me feel like this is where I belong and this is what I need to do. And it just shows that my passion is, it shows to other people.
Honestly, the nicest thing someone has done was at the end of the sim lab. I said to my group, I was like, guys, I'm so sorry for this botched team lead role. And they all said, dude, you sounded like an actual attending physician with the way that you were managing and everything. And I almost teared up in that moment. That was so sweet.
This is such a cute question, okay? Think about the version of you that received your medical school acceptance letter. What would you think they would say if they saw you right now?
Go to the gym.
I think for me, I can't. It would be like, oh my god, I can't believe we even made it to medical school. And then secondly, we're second year, like at this point, which is insane how fast time passes. What is that one saying? Time flies when you're having fun. And I think that's just the beauty of medical school. Believe it or not, medical school is challenging, but I am having fun. It's really fun.
Today, Chris, you'd probably be like, you made it. Can't be that hard, right? Oh, he's in for a surprise.
Past Amelia, she would be really proud that we made it through. Because I definitely had doubts and thought I was going to struggle really hard and, made it out. What
was a moment this semester where a clinical case or a specific lecture reminded you exactly why you chose this brutal path in the first place?
I'm going to have to go with Austin saying the sim lab. Because I did not choose to be the team lead. I chose to do the physical examination. But I was still communicating with the team lead, the different tests that we needed. And I really liked the team environment, and it just kind of made me click, like, this is where I want to be. I want to be in a team. I want to be doing procedures. Like, that really clicked with me.
I'd say for me, it's probably been OPP. I feel like OPP is the one class that really makes me feel like a doctor, because I'm learning techniques that can actually improve patients' lives. And I've seen my own benefits from OPP, people performing it on me feeling much better, performing it on other people and it helping them. So yeah, OPP has really made me feel like a doctor, or learning to become a doctor, more than any other class so far.
It was FOPC. I think you get to practice doctor. You put your critical thinking skills, which I lack a little bit still.
Tell them about what
I will say I performed a McBurney's point test, a Murphy's special test for a patient who had a stroke. I think that's the beauty of medical school. Make the mistakes now so that out in the clinic you don't make them. Look at the person sitting directly across from you. What is one quality of theirs that you genuinely admire and you wish you had more of?
With Austin, I think
I don't know if there's much.
no, you're very strict with like when you cut off your study time, and you're also very good at coming and studying here. I'm very impressed with that because like me and Chris would come in and study in the study rooms, but it just felt like it wasn't doing enough. And you were on top of your content this semester. Like I was so impressed. It was insane. We would be like 10 lectures behind, and you're like, guys, I just finished the Anki for today. Insane. It's a gunner. But no, I'm really impressed with how well you handled this semester. Yes.
As we've now seen quite a few times this semester, your ability to interact with the class as a whole has been very commendable. I know certain OPP professors are impressed with your speaking abilities. The way you compose yourself is very, like, you have a lot of confidence in the way you speak, and you're really good at de-arming. I don't know how to word it. Like, what is it? De-stressing people? I guess is the botched way of saying it. So, yeah.
Oscar, I am very impressed by your sleep schedule and also your studying schedule. I feel like it's way more consistent than what my schedule has been, and honestly, I wish I could have that. Because waking up at like noon, starting my studying at 2, and going till like midnight, that ain't working. So I really admire that about you.
I admire about Chris how organized and dedicated he is with his class material. Like your mind just works beyond what I can think of, and when you put everything together for a class, you organize it so structurally that you don't have to be looking back and forth with the material. And that's something that I wish I had more of, just how well organized you are and how your thinking process is just so fluent. Like, what was the last time you had a good cry, and what was the tipping point that caused it?
You guys don't know this, but Chris knows this. My parents had to put down my dog on Sunday, and I know, and this was before our anatomy final, and this was before our BCom final. I had been expecting this for a whole year now. But yeah, I had a really long cry. He was with me the whole time. But this is one of the lessons, is that you are going to be far away from family events. You're going to be far away from things happening around you. And the advice my mom gives me, which I laugh about it all the time, but it really hits you, is, people are going to pass away in your life. People are going to leave your life. And it's really important that you just keep moving. You don't stop. The end goal is that you graduate, you become a doctor, and you help people. And you are gonna lose people in your life, and me losing my dog, it really hit me hard. But my mom was on the phone, and she was like, you need to keep going. And Chris was there for me. He's my support, but he is my ESA. But it really just, it's, you're gonna be far away from life events, and it really hits you when it does happen, but you just have to keep going. It's a big push.
Thank you so much for sharing that
with
us. I did not know that, and
I didn't tell you guys because I was like, I don't want to share it until after exams, but it did happen on Sunday.
I'm sorry for your loss. I really am, because I know a pet is part of the family, and it's like losing a family member. I know a lot of people don't view it as that way, but I sort of do, so I'm very sorry for your loss, and hopefully when you go back home soon, you'll be able to process everything.
Yes, that's the other thing too, is medical school doesn't leave room for grieving. You really have to figure out how to regulate your emotions, and that's with everything. Like failing exams, if you're struggling with content, you really do have to figure out how to regulate your emotions in medical school. And I'm sorry to spring that on you guys, but it's something that happened, and I felt like this fit it perfectly.
100%. Don't ever feel like you're oversharing or anything. I think the contrary just makes you more of a human person, and you're just sharing your difficult times in medical school. Thank you for sharing. We're going to give one advice to new incoming medical students, regardless of the medical school you choose to attend to. We'll just give you general advice. So Austin, you can begin.
Alrighty, I gotta look into the camera. For anyone that's just starting, my biggest advice is just keep on going. It's really rough, especially the first year. There's so much, and a lot of it doesn't really feel clinically relevant. It gets a lot better, and I know that we'll be probably saying this as well at the end of next year once we've done boards and start getting into clinical rotations. As you progress in med school, you get to actually do the stuff that brought you to med school. And the first year is just it's a lot of foundation building. And there's a reason for it. I'm not saying that it's a useless first year, but it's very useful. You need to have the foundations to then be able to especially know the pathology and everything from there. So just keep going. It gets a lot better.
An advice from me would be make sure you build a strong support system, whether that be with your family and a friendship group. You will need that because in medical school you will have a lot of ups and downs. You are in a room with 100+ people. All are top-notch, all got into med school for a reason. They're all really smart, but there has to be a curve, and sometimes within that curve you can fall really short, you can fall in the middle, or even at the top. But if you have your support system, I think they can give you a different perspective on how you view things, and that is something that I want you to take away from this video. Make sure that you find who your people are and you commit to those people for the long run.
My advice comes from the movie Meet the Robinsons. Keep moving forward.
My biggest piece of advice would be ignore the egos. There are people who come into medical school and they think they know everything. Truth is, they do not. They're here to become a medical doctor just like you. Everyone acts like, oh, I've done this in the past, I've done this in the past. You're all on the same level. You're all on the same playing field, and you need to understand that. Ignore the people who are bragging. Ignore the people who are talking about, oh, I got this score or I got this score. You just be you. You're here to have a good time. You're here to make friends. And in the end, you're all going to be a doctor.
All right, without any further ado, we're going to finalize this video. Thank you so much for watching and staying tuned. We will remake this video again at the end of third semester, which would be next year. So I can't believe this is the second video. Anyway, I hope you stay well, and let us know down in the comments section what you think. See you later.
Bye.